Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack Productions. Today I bankrupt joined once again by Jake, Aaron, and Jason.
What's going on, y'all?
What's up?
Going on.
And today's matchup is Jake versus Aaron. Not Jake, sorry. Jason versus Aaron. Got J's everywhere. Jason's brought us Surge Brawl, which I don't remember if I've ever seen you play that before.
No, this is probably my second or third weekend ever playing it. I've been going back between this and Drip Coup. So yeah, this is fairly new for me. Nick and Austin both helped me kind of put this together.
Cool. And we got Aaron bringing Wish Zamasu, which I know is something you've been working on for a while. I think you've played it in the past prior as well, so you're just bringing it back a little bit tweaked since then, right?
Yeah, I was able to finally get all of the pieces for it to play like the what I would consider the optimized version of it. So I mean it's yellow blue, so I have to play it.
Yeah. So like always, there's buttons down below. Feel free to click there for a reason. But let's get into today's matchup.
Yeah, this one. So when I sat down across the table, like whenever you see Surge Broly, you kind of wonder like, all right, which way did this go? You know, we were talking about it with Fluff before the event. And I know Nick has been talking about it, and Nick was like, "Yeah, you just take the Broly engine out," and so that kind of psyched me out because I was like, "Man, what am I walking into here?" So I didn't really know how to board.
Yeah, you can either go the full chain with Dormant Legend, and then to play the 4 and 6 drops, I think, which are also combo killers. And they neg on board as well on plays. Or you can just go good red green.
Yeah, there's like you'll see me. I think I play the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta maybe a couple of times, and then I actually have Kid Son Goku, who's also a rival. He's also double strike 20k. I basically built the deck to just be pretty much just double strikers on everything that I play.
And real quick, I want to just say this. Not having a single Dragon Ball in your life must have felt great.
Yeah, especially since in the second round I had 3, and so that was terrible, and all of them were coercions, so it was awful. So. You know, I've had games where I've ripped, like 4 or 5 Dragon Balls on turn 1, and it's just like, you basically just win that game. And so this one seemed to be. This is more of a this is a 90%er here. This game is about how 90% of the games go with this deck. The only outlier in this one is, I've already hit 2 of the 9 drops in energy, which is the only reason why you play that card for the most part. And then was able to hit a Goku Black for the coercion there, and so it's running pretty smoothly so far.
I see a Videl in your energy. Do you play Sin Shinron as your unison, Jason?
I do not.
What's your unison of choice?
I use Jiren. I've had a lot of better luck with Jiren than I did with Shinron.
All right. Before we go into, oh, that's good. That's nice. Before we go any further, as we see your target you're choosing, are you familiar with Zamasu Wish, as in the 5 drops or the 9 drops, any of their abilities and whatnot?
I am not. This is the first time I've actually played against the deck. I think I might have watched Trevor play it. I think it was Trevor. I might be mistaken by that. But this is the first time I've actually played against it, so really didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, I know Fluff has played the deck a lot too, in addition to Aaron here. And that's gotta feel weird, like just looking at these battle cards and the energy that are indestructible, knowing that one of the strongest effects your leader has is basically just shut off.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's what I was about to say, charging cards that could potentially neg, to me, seems like kind of a risk. That's why I was curious if you knew what you were about to walk into or not when he starts playing cards. But,
No.
But getting the double strike out pretty early is pretty nice. It's just a single strike that does nothing now.
Yeah, I really didn't want to. I figured Scramble was the secret rare. I didn't know for sure, but Tanner used to play this deck all the time, and I've been scrambled for 3 life, with Eradicator of Peace 1,000 times. So it was really important to me to not go down in life. And so I know that Final Flash was probably a little much there, but just really wanted to make sure that I didn't take any damage there.
It's either you combo of cards that are important in your hand, or you go down to 3 life. And in this situation, I think a Final Flash is fine. I think you played 2.
hmm Yeah, there's 2 in the list, and then I thought about boarding in another 1 or 2, but the deck is just so defensive in nature, between the Zamasu super combo and then all the pieces that it has, like the Forbidden Power and all that stuff. So I think 2 is fine. I actually boarded it out a couple of times on the weekend, just because sometimes it just takes up space and doesn't really do anything. And then here, this is probably one of the earliest I've been able to awaken, or wish, I guess. And it felt nice to be able to do that early, because that means that on leader swing, like obviously he wants to combo, but it's going to take more resources for him to be able to do any damage. And so it felt really nice to get awaken on 3. Again, it's not it's a 90% of the time you awaken on 3. But if you don't, it feels really bad. Also, Crown of Retribution like really took me off guard. I did not want to lose that Mecha Frieza early on, um, at all. But I think like moving forward, Jason, like is one of the things, like if you see like a Zamasu or a Goku Black in hand with Crown, you rip it immediately, because I have to combo those Goku Blacks and Zamasus to be able to play the 5-drop. And so I was relieved, but I was also like a little bit frustrated because, I boarded out one of my Mecha Freezes for something else, and I kind of felt a little exposed without all 3.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is playing other people when they play Mecha Frieza. This kind of slows me down a lot. So I just really wanted to get it out of my way.
Yeah, definitely understandable.
It's a fine rip. Just in this deck in particular, maybe hitting a chain piece is more relevant.
Yeah, I gotcha. I will definitely do that next time for sure.
This Goku Black too, like I only run the yellow, the 4 of the yellow, and then 3 of this 2-drop. And it's like every game I always have Eliminator and I always have the super combo, but whenever I can't land the 5-drop, it's because I don't have a Goku Black. And so I've thought about going up to 4 on the blue one, just to make sure that I can hit the 5-drop. But it's because it's so important. As you can see, I still don't have it out, which sucks.
So I'm really curious what's in Jason's hand right now.
You and me both.
Because he also charged a Champa.
Yeah, before he did it, he looked at me. He's like, "This is going to be weird," and I was like, "Okay." And he did it, and I was like, "Yeah, that's really weird."
I might be wrong, but do you not need this card for? Is that all you got?
He did.
He did.
He
Okay,
did.
I think I just looked down right when that happened.
Yeah, I watched it.
Fair
Yeah, I did start, and I can't really remember what's in my hand other than I know I think I got 2 Violent Rays. I think I have a Unison, another negate that I just played in Super Saiyan 3 Scramble. I think that's all I have in my hand at this point.
This Unison of Fury, I talk about it on the profile. I think I'm going to take this up to a 3 of, and I'm going to board the Trunks, because this thing put in so much work. Like every time I play this card, it feels good, especially in a meta where we're about to start to see like Z cards that are going to have high energy costs, and this in this game where a printed cost is never what you actually pay for a card. This Vegeta is just so good. And so it put in a lot of work in this game.
Yeah, it's been a strong finisher in yellow for me as well. I think both of the Unisons have their merit, but it's hard to knock this Vegeta, especially with this nice new art.
Oh yeah.
It's a really good Unison, and I was not expecting him to play that in this deck either, so that was kind of a nice surprise, I guess.
And especially if, like, I don't know what super combos you're playing right now, but if you're playing the Nappa super combo to help with arrivals, it just shuts down the Nappa coming into play then.
Yeah, I actually play the Vegeta super combos, where it plays a
Yeah. Play the Sideman blocker token unique.
yeah.
It's a great card. I love it.
It's a good card. You'll see later on where I think it's this match where I end up having to play it during his turn versus my turn. Or was it the other way around? During my turn, I guess, just to get some of these cards to arrival.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Broly is sort of one of those like reactionary like aggro decks because you want to do everything on your opponent's turn to conserve energy for your turn. And Zamasu is really just I just react to you and do everything and tap all your energy on your turn. And so it's a tough matchup. But I think you did the right thing. Like every time you saw the resonant explosion, like you play it. And every time you played it, I was like, okay, this is like I have to shut this down. I cannot take this damage. And so all your double strike was so scary. And so here you'll see I finally land the 5-drop. And this was at this point, I think that my board starts to stabilize. And I mean, but even still, like with this and an open energy against all this double strike and the awakened leader is still really terrifying to go up against.
The leader could give itself double strike too, right?
It
Right.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could pretty much KO a card, ignoring barrier, and then or give itself double strike.
Yeah, and I think that's just a lot of double strikes over the course of a game. Something that might get taken for granted,
This is another reason why I think that the Zamasu Wish deck is probably the most efficient multicolored deck that they've had in a while, is because of all of the free like the check lands don't check, like the Zamasu, both of those Zamasus can come in untapped, and I don't have to waste space with the Beerus. And so when I looked at building, I was going to try to build blue yellow Trunks Vegeta, but every time I did, I looked back at this and thought, man, like I have 8 cards that can just come in as dual lands and not have to worry about it. And so probably an undervalued part of the deck, but man, it really helps.
So we're going to turn 6.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good here. Like I've got 2 of the Goku Blacks and the Warp. And so trying to figure out a way to and I've got 5 open energy and a blocker, an indestructible blocker on table. So, he looking for an opportunity that, for him to give me to play the Goku Black. And this was, I think this was a misplay on my part. I should not have negated here. I should have gone into a battle step so that I could have played the Goku Black. But again, just really afraid of going down to 3 life against this deck.
And this kind of puts you in a situation where now you've played a card.
Mm-hmm.
Because Fury. Oh, I might be combining Topo Lock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So you strip. Okay, so. Whew. With 6 energy, and you just pass on that. I'm really. Like, I know you.
Yeah.
I know right now you have Scrambled in your hand.
I do.
But. Attempting to probably establish that during your opponent's turn instead might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, it didn't have a whole lot of cards that I wanted in my hand. Going this far in the game and having this much energy and not playing it was actually starting to frustrate me a little bit, because I didn't know when would be the best time to play it. I figured if I played it too soon, either he could just take the 2 energy and then manage to, keep off all my other attacks. I was trying to use it to be more of a finisher than this playing it just to get him down to like 3 life.
And real quick, for clarification's sake, you comboed Vegeta. You use that as your token to block with right afterwards because you didn't have one on board. It looked kind of weird when you just slammed on the board.
Yeah, I do use. I don't have any of the tokens, so I use them as tokens.
This is the first time I've boarded the 9-drop in any game that I've played. With 6 open energy on his side and 6 open energy on mine, I thought, I was just gonna pass, but I thought, man, like I'm not gonna charge anymore. And the 9-drop does the exact same thing as the 5, except for it draws me a card, and it's double strike. And so with it, and then when you activate its Aegis, it readies. And so I thought, well, he'll swing once, I'll Aegis, and I have a ton of cards in hand, so I don't really feel worried about taking damage at this point. Um, and so I was hoping he'd swing first with the lead, and then let me activate Aegis and tap down the Resonant Explosion. And I don't really remember what happens here, but it felt good to board that 9-drop.
You could still activate Broly the combo from your drop area, Jason, to bring that super combo back out and combo with that. And that way you didn't have to tap energy there.
Either way, the energy was going to get tapped as it is, because as soon as I activate Aegis with this, it's just gonna get tapped. So, but I chose to tap the scramble instead, and I have a Black Kamehameha and a Forbidden Power in hand, and so I'm not really concerned about this. So this is where we had to figure out the timing on everything, like when the scramble actually plays, and if I get a defense step, because if I do, that's going to tap the scramble.
I think what was it, Jimmy that came by to clarify everything for us?
Now, I'm going to ask a couple questions, because I know at this point in the match, me and Jake are playing our round, and this is, like, we got pulled up very distracted, but
Yeah.
you proc the leader's ability, I saw, and you discarded. What did you do with the leader's ability? Because I
used the double strike.
As part of the double strike, don't you get the combo card from your drop area as well?
You do.
So you did not get that extra combo there, unfortunately.
No, I did not.
And the Calpha on the board was your Aegis card, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because technically, if I'm correct, you can't combo. Was it 2 or less cards?
Right.
Yeah. Or you can, but they immediately just get popped. Yeah, tapping that is pretty nice, but now, I don't know, I feel like, unfortunately, Zamasu could take care of that, especially in a yellow deck as well.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to remember, like, I had a lot of options, and, in order to, like, I thought to myself, okay, if I don't win this turn, then I really don't even know like how I'm going to close this game out, especially since like I'm about to like get rid of all these Keflas in my hand, because I had all 4 Keflas in my hand. And with the scramble on board, and him being able to just go double strike or whatever anytime he wants, I went ahead and took that life, just for like, and did it because, and like knowing that like scramble's coming out, I'm going to take this life, really trying to kill him off now. So the Kefla comes out, and then I totally like noob here, forgetting that the Broly leader can just pop anything, and so I kind of go ham with this Kefla in just a second, and he like looks at me. He doesn't panic here, and he doesn't say good game, and so I was like, what is he doing? So I just like super combo, or I don't super combo, I just combo a bunch here, and and then he's like, okay, I'll activate leader ability. I was like, well, shoot.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like, well, that sucks.
Oh no.
But he's at 1 life. He doesn't have any cards in hand, so I figured, I was like, well, and I did wish, so my leader still hasn't swung, and I've still got the Vegeta.
Oh no, yeah.
So it doesn't. I don't think it changes much in this situation, because you did say you had other Keflas in your hand. As a reminder, as soon as you comboed that Zamasu, it could have been popped right away. But I saw that Jason did not pop that card, because you could have just immediately just said no and popped it.
I could have, but I wanted him to combo more cards out of his hand.
Fair enough. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we point that out.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean with the combo kill or
Scrambling Assault? The SS3 Scrambling Assault when your opponent, you cannot combo, if I recall, cards entry cost 2 or less. Like if you do, they get popped immediately.
Yeah, it's immediately. I don't think it's a choice.
Really?
I'm not sure exactly how it's worded, but I think it's every time. I don't know.
Nick,
Yeah, it is an auto.
Yeah.
You play this enough. Do you know the actual auto for that by any chance? Before we end the video.
Yeah, the way it works is when you combo with a card 2 cost or less, you get to pick. When your opponent combos with a card 2 cost or less, you pick any one card your opponent combos with and get rid of it.
Oh, okay.
So say they combo with like 1 plus 10Ks first, then they combo with the 2 cost, you can choose to get rid of the 10K combo.
But you only get 1 per combo?
It is not once per turn.
It's
so
every time.
It happens every time.
Yeah. So like I said, regardless, Aaron did proc Wish, which gives his leader, if I'm correct, triple attack, and that leader is fantastic because the auto is not once per turn, so every attack will get him a draw. Aaron did have the resources in the end, unfortunately, to still get that win, even if Jason had popped that super combo.
Correct.
So, with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. Keep in mind there's button symbol on the screen. I'm going to kind of like knock it over to Jake.
Well, then I'm kind of going to lead us out. Everybody remember to read your cards, know your plays, let us make the mistakes so you don't have to. I made a mistake right there. And fluff out.